Where are we getting this money from, and what really will it be fixing?
Well, in fact, with such a big project, you would possibly expect that there is some external funding for Big Push. But per what we are learning, there will be no external funding for Big Push. Everything will come from government's own pockets, and I'll be telling you where the money will be coming from. But in fact, when the president spoke yesterday, he gave this figure, which is that 1.5 billion US dollars, which is the infrastructure gap that we are facing as a country, and Big Push is expected to actually cover this. And what are we doing? Constructing roads, durable roads, and high quality. That is the status of Big Push, as you know, yesterday launched by the president. In fact, if you look at the number of road projects that will come under Big Push, we've been able to count about 45 plus road projects that Big Push will look at, and that's why it's called Big Push. But definitely we'll be asking some questions. But in terms of the breakdown of this, road projects, we understand that 32 of them are fairly new road projects that will be constructed. 13 are abandoned projects according to the finance minister's own account, and 4 will be road projects that are currently under various stages of completion or preparation. An example is the Kumasi or the Orbiter, and then the Accra one as well. All will come under the Big Push program. But you asked a very important question about the funding, because the president says that Big Push will cost some 10 billion US dollars in terms of this whole project. But where will the money come from? That's the question we've been asking. This year alone, government is projecting to spend 13.9 billion, close to about 14 billion Ghana cedis on Big Push alone. And the president says that next year they are going to add some 30 billion Ghana cedis to that. In fact, so we should expect more inflows or more expenditure in terms of Big Push next year. And he says that if you're a contractor and we give you the road, don't worry about payments. We have what it takes to pay. Why? Because government has seen this, and this is the budgetary allocation for Big Push between 2025 and 2028. So you see it's going up each year. This year, 13.9 billion, 17.18 in 2026, 19.38. And before the president leaves office, is hoping to expend some 21.22 billion Ghana cedis on Big Push. But in terms of where this will come from, this is what we know so far as the budget is concerned. 35% of the Big Push money will come from mineral royalties. Very important.
Okay.
And about the biggest component, 65% will come from the ABFA, which is the annual budget fund, which usually comes from oil revenue. That is where we are going to get the money to look at Big Push. But the president yesterday made mention of 5 billion Ghana cedis set aside for road maintenance, pothole patching and all of that. Where would that come from? He
Just 5 billion set aside to patch roads that may have some
maintenance. Absolutely. That's even away from the Big Push money.
Okay.
That is special money just for road maintenance. And he says it's going to come from this part of funding. That is the road fund. We've been tracking how the road fund has been doing, and you can see over 1 billion Ghana cedis almost every fiscal year as far as what we are looking at is concerned. So Big Push indeed is big. The total amount of money needed is about 10 billion US dollars. The president says that everything will be, based on what we are seeing in the budget, will come from local sources. The ABFA and mineral royalties will be the source of funding for Big Push.
This is a good clarity, because then people were wondering, how do you budget for some other years when we don't know the source of funding? Thank you for bringing details of